Popular MMOs 23, and today we are going to do something on YouTube. Top 10 people you won't believe exist. No, sorry. Right, now let's go.
Number 10. Lu Hao's parents are perplexed as to why their 4-year-old son weighs 132 pounds,
Whoa.
5 times the normal size of other kids his age. His doctors in China are also confused, calling him a medical mystery because they can't seem to figure out what's behind his incredibly rapid weight gain. There is a saying popular among the older generation that a fat baby is a healthy baby. What we do know is that Lu Hao eats at least 3 bowls of rice per day and is constantly hungry. His parents have tried restricting his diet, but he reacts in tears. On top of that, he reportedly hates most kinds of exercise. Number 9. Fu Wengui is just your typical Chinese teenager, except he has 3 extra vertebrae in his neck. While the average person can claim 7 vertebrae, Fu has 10. And while you may think it'd be great to be able to see over everyone at a concert, Fu's extraordinarily long neck is causing him major pain and even restricting his ability to walk. Fu was diagnosed with congenital scoliosis when he was 6, and now, luckily, a Beijing-based charity has sponsored a surgery for him to reduce the size of his neck. Number 8.
I feel bad for
Known
these
to many
kids.
as Little Hercules and the world's strongest boy, Richard Sandrick was a Ukrainian-born American child bodybuilder and martial arts champion who could bench press 210 pounds by the time he was 8 years old and perform 600 push-ups. Now, at 23 years old, he's given up bodybuilding, but his legacy still stands. There's even a documentary about his incredible feats titled The World's Strongest Boy. These days, Sandrick doesn't lift weights anymore, but he does work as a stuntman at Universal Studios Hollywood Waterworld. He dreams of one day becoming a quantum scientist working for NASA. Number 7. Winter Vanecki is smiling big for a reason. At just 14 years old, she became the youngest person to complete a marathon on all 7 continents. She also shares the honor with her mom, who has run with her on all 7 continents. Together, they participated in marathons.
Right. I actually feel bad for these kids because there's like, yeah, I feel sad, right? If you feel sad for them, just put frowny face, sad, the frowny face,
Kenya,
frowny face, feel sad. Right?
Antarctica,
Please do. And yes.
Mongolia, Peru, New Zealand, and Greece. Vanecki has been training since she was 5 and aspires to be a summer and winter Olympian. At 9 years old, she created Team Winter, a non-profit organization that raises money to fight prostate cancer. Unfortunately, Vanecki lost her father to the disease in 2009. Number 6. Deepak Kumar Paswan is a young boy from India who was born with the partially developed arms and legs of his parasitic twin growing out of his stomach. Known as the 8-limbed boy, Deepak spent his early years being taunted for the way he was born, unable to experience a normal childhood. Some even thought he was an incarnation of the Hindu god Vishnu, who is often depicted as having 4 arms. Finally, when he was 8 years old, Deepak received a life-changing 4-hour surgery to remove the parasitic twin. Doctors at Fortis Hospital, Bangalore even agreed to do the procedure for free, saving Deepak's family from a mountain of debt. Number 5.
Number 5.
Pan Qianhang is an extraordinary young boy from China who suffers from a rare and incurable disease called ichthyosis, in which his entire body is covered in dry, itchy scales. The disease has consumed Pan since birth, often causing him extreme pain, irritation, and discomfort. He is known by those
I feel really sad for these kids. Right, let's get back to it.
in his neighborhood as Fish Boy. It's estimated that around 16,000 babies are born with some form of ichthyosis each year. In extreme cases such as PANS, the disease can affect a person's ability to move and sleep comfortably. Number 4. The Stroh brothers, Giuliano 11 and Claudio 9 from Romania, are some of the strongest kids in the world. These impressive little bodybuilders have been doing regular weight training since they were 2 years old, led by their father. Giuliano has already broken numerous world records, including performing 20 90-degree push-ups and holding onto a pole like a human flag for 1 minute and 30 seconds. His younger brother Claudio is not too far behind and is expected to become just as strong as Giuliano. Number 3. The story of Gabby Williams may sound like something out of science fiction, but it's 100% real. Although she's 10 years old, Williams has the look and needs of a newborn baby. In fact, she doesn't seem to age at all. Doctors have diagnosed her with an extremely rare condition for which there is still no official name, which prevents Williams from aging normally. For every 4 years that goes by, Williams ages 1 year. Despite trips to multiple specialists, doctors haven't been able to provide a sufficient explanation for Williams' condition, which has left her both blind and mute. Number 2. Try not to feel too bad about yourself after hearing about Kristina Pimenova, who at 9 years old has been referred to as the most beautiful girl in the world and already has a successful supermodel career. Originally from Russia, Kristina's been modeling since she was 3, already scoring contracts with big names like Armani, Benetton, Fendi, and Roberto Cavalli, and landing the cover of Vogue Bambini. Her international fame and admiration can be tracked on social media, where she has over 1 million followers on Instagram and almost 4 million likes on her Facebook page. And now for the number 1 kid you won't believe exists. But first, I want to give a shout out to those who answered my last video's question. Here's a question for you. If your child was overweight, what would you do to help them lose weight? Number 1. 9-year-old Andy Lee, aka Chung Chung from Hong Kong, started playing piano when he was just 3 years old. What stands out about him is that he's a piano prodigy. In this clip, we can see him at age 5 playing a piece called Flood Time in his pajamas. He looks so happy and completely immersed in his playing. While most of us are still trying to figure out our lives, Chung Chung can play 3 pieces of Mozart by heart before nap time. After going viral on YouTube, Chung Chung appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres Show in 2012.
Wow, now that was cool. Oh, I'm on something, right. We're just gonna watch this last one.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at the 10 youngest mums of all time. If you guys think shows like 16 and Pregnant are crazy, then you're not going to believe this. Make sure you guys watch it on number 1, because the youngest mum ever recorded is on there. And some of the stories as to how these people got pregnant are really messed up. Drop a like if you enjoy. Let's aim for 4,000 likes on this video, because it really does help me out. So coming in at number 10, we have Zumba Guadalupe Morales. Now this one is kind of messed up as to how Zumba got pregnant. Now she gave birth at 8 years old. Yes guys, 8 years old, and this is only number 10. She's from Mexico, and the reason she got pregnant was because she was raped by her uncle at a very young age. In 1993, she had to give birth by cesarean section in a hospital, which can really mess up your body, especially if you're just a kid. Anyway, she gave birth to a 7-pound baby boy. The bizarre thing was that Zumba and her baby were absolutely fine after the birth, which is kind of strange, seeing as some mums who are around 12 or 14 actually have something go seriously wrong when they give birth at that age. But thankfully not for Zumba Morales. So coming up next is Hilda Trujillo. This girl was also 8 years old when she gave birth. She was from a poor Peruvian family who lived in a 1-room apartment, and in 1957 she gave birth to a 6-pound baby girl. She was apparently raped by her cousin, who was 22 years old. What's crazy is that the cousin was actually living with them at the time. One day, Hilda's mum noticed her stomach was growing abnormally big, so she took her to the doctors, where she found out that Hilda was pregnant. Imagine the doctor telling you your 8-year-old daughter is pregnant. Now I don't know exactly what happened to the cousin after her parents found out, but I'm sure it wasn't pretty. Coming up next is Grisaldina Acuna. This girl was only a few weeks older than 8 when she gave birth. She was from a Colombian family, and in 1936 she gave birth to a baby boy weighing 5 pounds. It was later found out she'd been sexually abused by a family friend who made her pregnant. I assume he was no longer a family friend after they found out. Anyway, at the time of her giving birth, which was 1936, she was the youngest mum of all time. And remember guys, she's only number 8 on the list. But anyway, luckily she survived the birth, and so did her kid. And if either of them didn't, I guess it would make the former family friend a murderer as well as a rapist. Coming up next is Anna or Anya. So this girl, known as Anna or her pseudonym Anya, is one of the youngest mums ever.
This is so cool, right? I don't think we're going to be able to watch all this,
pregnant
but
at the age of 7 and gave birth to a baby girl in the year 2000. She gave birth in an underfunded hospital in Russia, and even the doctors said they were surprised she lived. According to police reports, her 13-year-old neighbor had raped her. That is so fucked up. I can't believe another kid actually did that to her. But anyway, luckily he was arrested, and now Anna lives a kind of normal life. Obviously, she's a really young mum because she's 24 right now, and her kid's only 16. But at least she doesn't have to face abuse ever again. Chance of that happening, because as I said, the technology wasn't very good back then. So coming up next is H. Now I know what you guys are thinking, why are they just called H? Well, that's because they wish to remain anonymous, but the first letter of their name begins with a H. So we're just gonna call them that for this video. So this was a girl from India who gave birth at 6 years old to a 4-pound baby girl. She had to have a cesarean section, and as I said before, that can be really bad to have as a kid. She was firstly taken to hospital because of a tumor, but the doctors later realized it was a baby. I know the doctors didn't see it was a baby at first, but this was in the 19... thought she had a tumor, but it turns out she was pregnant with a 7-month-old baby. A little while later, Lena gave birth to a baby boy by cesarean section. What's crazy is that after she gave birth, doctors discovered that Lena had a disorder that gave her fully mature sexual organs at just 5 years old. But who was the father of this baby, you're probably asking? Well, her father was arrested because Lena said it was him, but he was later released because of lack of evidence. How do you not trust someone who got raped about who it was? I have no clue, but anyway guys, that one is crazy. And that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right.
Right, hope you like this. Right, I really hope you did. If you do, punch that like button in the face, and guys, this is goodbye. Okay, and I'll see you in the next.